left to my own devices.
Welcome to the Rostrum, the weekly podcast from the Octavian Report. Greetings, everyone. This is Sam Munson for the Rostrum, the podcast of the Octavian Report. The Octavian Report is a quarterly journal of ideas that makes off the radar a thing of the past. Learn more at our website, www.octavianreport.com. Recently, President Donald Trump caused a minor furor by referring to a reporter in a gaggle as Mr. Kurd.
Yes, please, Mr. Kurd.
We are here today with none other than Mr. Kurd himself, otherwise known as Rahim Rashidi. Rashidi is the Washington Bureau Chief for Kurdistan 24. Thanks for speaking with us today, Rahim.
Thank you for having me, and reporter for Kurdistan TV too.
So I wanted to start by asking, how did the president end up calling you Mr. Kurd? How did that happen?
I introduced myself at the press conference, and I interviewed him actually in 2014 when he was with the Senator Ted Cruz talking about the Iranian nuclear deal. And I am very close to this administration. And when he called me Mr. Kurd, and you know the trending on the Twitter and social media, and now all seriously media talking about that, and someone is against it, someone is happy, but majority of the Kurds, they are very, very happy because we are proud to be Kurd, and our ethnicity, our nations, our language and cultures has been denied and ignored by many governments on the Middle East, by Iranian governments, by Turkish government, by Syria, by Iraqi government. When someone like President Trump and full power president, he's a powerful president, not only in United States, in entire world. That's mean a lot for us. That's mean he recognized our nation and our ethnicity, and that is, I believe that is a political message too.
So I wanted to ask specifically. You mentioned, a few nations just now: Turkey, Iran, Iraq, Syria. What is the current mood within the Kurdistan region of Iraq?
Sam, I was over there June 2018, this year, and I went to in Iraqi Kurdistan a couple of times in the year. And by the way, the KRG, they are busy in process of government formation in Iraq, and the KRG also. Economically, things are not good after the Baghdad blocked on the region following the referendum held last year, September 25th, for independence. But they are hopeful things get better because oil of the price is higher, ISIS is defeated, and the Kurdistan has better negotiation with Baghdad, and I hope the Kurdistan situation be safe and be better and be stronger more than now.
So what are the major problems that the KRG still faces now that you've seen the improvements that you just mentioned? What are the big problems still ahead for it?
Major problems facing KRG are political instability following the retake of Kirkuk city and other disputed areas following the defeat of ISIS, worsening relations with Baghdad and Turkey after the referendum for independence are also major problem. I think so. And government formation in KRG could also be problematic because it is huge challenging between two major political party, PUK and Democratic Party of Kurdistan. But during these two elections for Iraqi central government parliament in Baghdad, for Iraqi parliament and for KRG parliament, the Democratic Party of Kurdistan, led by President Barzani, this party has agenda to achieve and get independence for Kurdistan regional government, and the majority, strong majority of the Kurdish people voted for this party, and this party became a number one in this election in entire Iraq and in KRG also. This is very hopefully for the people over there, as like Catalonia, you know that after referendum, the people voted for the party, believe and strongly support the agenda for independence.
So are you hopeful that the creation of a Kurdish state within its historical boundaries is possible at the moment?
Oh, that is a good question. As long as this is hope for every Kurd, soon or later it will happen, Sam. It will happen. Kurds have to work on proving themselves to be major allies of the West and great source and democracy and stability in the region. Independence is right, so God has given to us as many nations. Why Arab have a Kurdistan? Why Turk have a Kurdistan? Why Iran have a Kurdistan? Why the Kurds don't have a Kurdistan? This is injustice. This is unacceptable. In 21st century, the Kurds should and must have a homeland, Kurdistan. And let me give you another example. In referendum for independence that happened in September 25th in KRG, only in KRG, the majority, very, very strong majority, 94% of the people voted for independence and voted for separate of the Iraq. The Kurds over there, they don't want to be victim anymore of the challenging between Shias and Sunnis. And I am strongly believe Kurdish independence will happen one day.
What should American audiences know about the Kurds and about this political cause?
Wow, this is a good question. Kurds are the most probably American people you can find in the Middle East after Israel. No American soldier has been killed in Kurdistan. Greater Kurdistan can shake up a lot of countries who are source of headache of America, Iran and Turkey mainly, and Kurds are loyalist ally for many decades in the region, and their belief values of West values, democracy, pluralism, parliamentary system. But I know the Kurdish democracy is very new and that is in process, and we have a corruption, we have a something problem, but we need more help and support by West and especially by United States of America.
What do outside observers get wrong about this situation?
Oh, Kurds can get along, so why bother? But once an outside force like the U.S. works side by side with the Kurds, they can work out their differences better. Iraq is completely under Iranian influence, more than any country, including United States of America. But I believe U.S. policy on the Kurds should be clear more than no, and because sometimes the people and U.S. action and West action and decision actually about the referendum when they against it, the people lost the trust of United States and the West. The Kurdish people all the time appreciated help and support from West and especially from United States. But I believe after referendum, U.S. policy, as I said, should be clear more than now.
Well, this has been great. Thanks again for speaking with us, Rahim.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Oh, it's our pleasure. For those interested in learning more about the Kurdish drive for statehood, Justice for Kurds, a nonprofit founded by our board member Thomas Kaplan and the French intellectual Bernard-Henri Lévy, whom we interviewed for our summer issue, is an excellent resource, as are the media organizations that Rahim works for. Once again, this is Sam Munson for The Rostrum. Until next time.
This is The Rostrum, the podcast of the Octavian Report. Look for us on iTunes, and to subscribe to the report, visit our website at www.octavianreport.com.